So hi guys, so I wanted to come on today and all pretty, so I put on makeup, jewelry, all that, to talk about an issue that I find hasn't been talked about much, if at all actually. It's the concept that we all have different personalities. You have those who are type A, anal retentive. Then you have those who are kind of more easygoing, anything goes. They dance to the beat of their own drums. They do things spur of the moment. They take chances, and then you have those who are in the middle. They can be anal retentive when it comes to certain things, and then the other things in life, they're just sort of more easygoing with those. So you have three personalities, at least. I'm sure there are many more personality types, but I'm just going to talk about these three personalities. The anal retentive must do things by the book always. And then you have the middle of the road. They do things by the book sometimes. They're more easygoing other times. And you have those who are easygoing all the time. So what has this got to do with hair care, you might ask? Well, I think the kind of person you are largely determines what will be successful when it comes to having a hair care regimen, natural hair and how you wear your hair. So you have those who would wear protective styles all the time without any issues. They're okay having their hair in twists 90% of the time. It comes more naturally to them. It's easier for them to do that. So they might want to play in their hair, but they can resist that urge more easily than the person who is easygoing. They want to play in their hair all the time. They love their curl, they love their curl texture. They love doing different styles. They would wear a scarf today, a turban tomorrow. They would wear twists. They'll wear twist outs. They'll wear wash and goes. They're just sort of, okay doing whatever they want to do with their hair. And the middle of the road person, they can wear twists 5 days a week. And then the other 2 days, they would wear their hair out. So they can do protective styling, and then they can do out styles. And I find that you have, in the natural hair community, you have those who are so sure that wearing protective styling all the time is the best way to care for your hair. If you're looking for hair retention, if you're trying to minimize knots, if you're trying, single strand knots, if you're trying to not have your hair exposed to the elements, all these things, that the best way to care for your hair is to have your hair in protective style. I'll be natural 3 years or 4 years come this October. And I must say that when I started off, when I became natural in 2008, I was confused, because I had never taken care of my natural hair, so I didn't know what was the best way to do things. So I would gravitate towards those who seemed to know what they were talking about because they had great success. So they had longer hair, they seemed to have it down, And if those people said that protective styling was the way to go, then of course protective styling was the way to go. But you know what? That only worked for 2 years or 2.5 years. Yes, it seems like a really long time, but that's how long it took me to figure out that in no other aspect of life am I a type A personality exclusively. I like to play in my hair. I love my curl texture. So I like to wear wash and goes without doing twist outs, you know. I love short hair. I love the shape of my hair. It took me literally 3 years to figure that out. I'm not knocking those who say protective styling is the way to go. No, at all. But the thing about it is that if you're not that way in any other aspect of life, if you're not that disciplined, I don't even call it discipline because it's just we're different, you know, but if you're not that committed, if you're not in other aspects of your life, not so one directional in hairstyle, I mean in you know, in your natural hair life, why should you be that way? Why should the inability for you to keep your hands out of your hair be considered a failure? I don't think it should be. I think we all have to take care of our hair the way we take care of ourselves in real life. So if you're someone who protective styling does not bother you, you can have your hair in twists 6 days a week, take it out to wash it, and then put it right back in twists. That's okay. Yes, you will retain more length by virtue of the fact that your hair is protected all the time. But the fact that you retain more length, or the fact that they return, you know, those people retain more length, does not mean that it is the best hair care practice for you. For the you who likes to play in your hair. If you like to play in your hair and color your hair and cut your hair and wear your hair out, that's okay too. Because even though you might not retain as much length as the other person who wears their hair in protective styling all the time, even though you might not retain as much length, you, I guarantee, would be happier with your hair because that's just who you are. That's your personality. I remember thinking, when I first went natural and I would try to do protective styling for, prolonged periods of time, wear twists, wear twist outs, wear, flat twists, all that. I just was never truly happy with my hair. I could see I retained more length. I actually wrote a post about it. I did retain more length when I was wearing protective styling. More often than not. I retained more length, but I did not like the look on me. Hair does not define me. I have other things going for me. So that's not even a question. But every single day, just like I like to look good and, I work out, I eat well, all that. Just like I like to do all those things. I like my hair to look aesthetically nice to me, not to other people. I'm not trying to conform to anybody else's standards, just me. I like to be able to say, oh my gosh, you look cute, and that's just, it's okay to feel that way. It does not mean that your hair defines you or that you don't have other things going for you because you like your hair to look a certain way. So I always thought it was a failure on my part not to be able to have the discipline needed to keep my hands out of my hair. But over the past, 4-6 months that I've had my hair short and I colored it, I've realized that that's not true. That's not my personality style, and that's okay. That's okay. So what's the point of this video? I don't want it to be this prolonged rant. But the point of the video is that if you're newly natural and you're looking for for how to create a regimen and what to do, protective styling or not, wearing your hair out or not, wash and goes, twist outs, braid out, all these things. There's so many options out there. While it is okay to look at all these options and try all these things out as you're trying to figure out what you like the best, just remember that if there's a particular school of thought that you can see produces good results but does not quite mesh well with your personality, it's okay to let go of that school of thought. It's okay. It's okay not to be that person who is into protective styling. As long as you know the right way to take care of your hair when you're wearing wash and goes. So it doesn't mean that because you can't do protect, or that you're not the personality type that likes protective styling, it doesn't mean that wearing wash and goes you let your hair go either. Because yes, you're going to get the single strand knots from wearing wash and goes all the time. You're going to get maybe you're going to get those issues, maybe have a harder time detangling. Then my challenge to you, or what I want for you, is that you learn how to take care of your hair in wash and go. Wash and goes. Perfect your wash and goes. Know that you're going to get those single strand knots, so you have to keep up with your trims every 3 months, every 2 months, every 6 months, whatever works for you. Know that because you're wearing wash and goes, you're going to know how to keep moisture in your hair. If you have color, you have to know how to keep moisture in your hair. You're going to have to perfect your wash and goes, just like those who wear protective stylings have learned how to perfect that system. And then what would you see? You will inevitably see hair retention. It will happen. Even if it's at less than optimum rate, you will see length retention. And hair care will flow seamlessly into other aspects of your life. So my hair right now is long. It's getting longer. I don't know if you can see that. So that's it, and it's grown a lot since I cut it, and 99% of the time I wear my hair in a wash and go. 99% of the time, and I'm happy. I love it. I absolutely love it more than I have ever loved my hair in these last 4 years. And I might be growing it out now, in that I'm not getting it cut, I'm not keeping the shape maintained, and and it works for me. I love it, and that's really all I wanted to say. So don't feel like you are not a disciplined person because you cannot wear protective styling all the time. Don't feel like you don't have anything else going for you because you like your hair to look a certain way. And once I came to that realization, I loved my hair more than ever. So, and in case you're wondering, this is a 3-day hair. This is 3-day hair. I styled it with Shea Moisture Curling Souffle, and it's uber moisturized. Look, it's uber moisturized, and my hair loves glycerin. It's a bit tacky it feels a bit tacky from the glycerin, but it's really moisturized, and I just revitalize it with water. And as you can see, I have mad shrinkage, but that's why I'm not getting the cut kept up, because of the shrinkage, it still seems like I have short hair. So this is the back. And this is what it looks like. it has a bit of frizz, but it's still pretty defined. So yeah, so please rate, subscribe, comment, add your voice to the discussion. What you guys think? What have you experienced? Have you felt bad that you weren't able to do, wear your hair a certain way? Just let me know, and I will write up a blog post about this as well, just to write it out. And it's good talking to you guys, and I'll talk to you later. I want to do a review on a new hair care line that I'm super excited about. I need to buy the products first, but I'll come to you guys and do that. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.